Okay, so what are actually directives in Angular, and why do we use directives? Okay, now we have seen components, we have seen in and out of components, and also we have seen how you can use services in your Angular application, and then go for a better development piece. Okay? Now, one of the important things when you are building Angular application is Angular directives. All of you listen carefully. One of the important things while building application is Angular directives. Please. Angular supports different types of directives. Angular supports different types of directives actually. It has component directives, structural directives, okay, and attribute directives. There are three kinds of directives in Angular. Okay, the most commonly used are component directives. Actually, the most commonly used are. Here are the three kinds of directives: component directives, structural directives, and attribute directives. Out of these three, we have already learned component directives and structural directives. Component directives means nothing but our components where we have written at component followed by several other instructions. Those are only called as component directives. Okay. Now, structural directives means which change the DOM layout by adding and removing elements. Don't get worried with the technical one. Structural directive means ng for, ng if. Those are called as structural directives, please. Those are called as structural directives. Alright. So star asterisk ng for already we have used as part of our programs. Like that, asterisk ng if is also there, and ng switch is also there. All these come under structural directives. Okay, ng for we have used, ng if somewhere we will use, ng if in old version we didn't had else for we didn't add else for ng if, but in Angular 4 you have got else for ng if also, please. You have got else for ng if. Now when I write ng if, we used to write two ng ifs, one for true and one for false in older versions, but in Angular 4 now you can write star ng if condition followed by else the condition. You will see that somewhere definitely. I will show you that, please. Alright, now coming to attribute directives. This is again a powerful concept. Attribute directive means what? They will not have individual presentation on their own, but they will change the appearance or behavior of an element, component, or another directive. So whatever I think you can see here whatever we have been using. For example, if you write something like this, what input type equal to text, and write something like value equal to value equal to 100, then I will call this value as an attribute, please. This is an attribute. So what you can do in Angular, you can create your attribute directive and inject that attribute directive to your tag. For example, ATDIR. Right now, sample. ATDIR is my attribute directive, which I am going to create, of course. There are steps to create. After creating, if you apply ATDIR to this element, then automatically this element will get the functionality of this ATDIR. It will get the functionality of this ATDIR. Have you got some idea what are attribute directives? Yes, no, quickly, come on. What are attribute directives? Have you got some idea, please, now? Very good. So you can create your own directive, and that directive you can use throughout your project any number of times. If you all have understood that, then I think we can go ahead and talk about how to create directives and how to consume directives in our demo. So in our example, let me open Visual Studio Code, go to command prompt. In our example, all of you, we have what is that? Add app trip, add trip, something we had, right? See here. Let me close all this actually. We are talking about custom directives only now. Creating our own directive. Angular directives are already there. Okay, like hash T1 which we wrote, ng hyphen which we will write, we have not yet written. Angular directives are there, ng model, ng, these all are there which we have not yet used. We will use them when we talk about template forms and declarative forms. Now our own directives only I am talking, right? So let me copy this folder. Here is my project, all of you. I hope, oops, can you see? No? I came to command prompt here and I came to my project app folder. App folder here. And now I am going to create one folder called directives. Directives. In app, we created components, we created models, we created services. Now, directives. I created directives. Now I am going to edge. This is my directives. And now I am going to write ng generate directive followed by hello. We will not create hello, we will create some meaningful one, but ng g d d for directive hello. Then what will be the result of that? The result of that will be, you will be getting hello dot directive dot ts, and then you will also get the required entry in module. Okay. Now instead of nggd hello, I will like to create one blink directive as a sample. Blink directive. Actually, I am going to show another directive to you, but see, nggd blink. The moment I press enter, all of you, in directives, I got a directive.ts, directive.spec.ts, then I got app.module.ts. And if I go to my project, here are directives, and in directives I got blink.directive.ts. And did you notice that how this is different? How this is different? First line, you can see the difference. Import directive from Angular code. Number one. Next, I have at directive instead of component, please. Instead of component, I have directive. Now the selector will be there. Please remember, this selector only will be our directive. Just now in Notepad I was typing, see here. At the like that I am going to say blink. That selector only will be my directive. And then I have, what is missing here? Template URL is missing, and template URL will not be there, please. Why template URL will not be there? Because directives don't show any output. Directives change the existing elements behavior, please, based on whatever coding you write. So like blink, adding this is one. Then if you go to app.module, module.ts. See here, import is written, and in module declarations, blink directive has come. See, slowly the project right now create that's now additionally, if you notice, I wrote it here, I wrote
Muted.
now you can on the host when there is a focus in that control, when there is a blur, that is when the cursor leaves the current control, then run on blur here. So that is how these two are written, please. But before that, how this directive gets the reference of, I repeat, how the reference of that control where we are hosting, how it will get the reference of that control. So by adding this, please, import element ref components of Angular. Import directive, comma, element ref, comma, renderer from Angular/code. Then you must write a constructor. You must write a constructor where you declare a variable called, let us say, EL, anyway, renderer colon render. So here comes dependency concept. If you write EL element ref, Angular has built-in dependency injection, as I taught, that element into our EL. EL will be nothing but host element, the host element. And what is a renderer? Renderer is the one which will throw some effect to that existing element. Element ref will get the element reference, and renderer will affect that element. So whenever you are writing a directive, always You must create directive like this, please. Always like this. Because a directive is going to work. So must take element reference and then in order to affect that background or that element back, you have to use that renderer, please. Okay, already somebody raised hand. Is that who raised hand? Okay. Element ref and renderer. Okay, now I'm now explaining. In Angular, this HL grow, I am creating one where I will apply this HL grow like this. HL grow. I apply like this. Then element ref inside code to construct like Angular provide that element. Which element? See this element. This element here is to send. If you want to affect anything, see this input is there. I want to change the color of this. Then through renderer you have to throw it back. So EL is the element, renderer is to reverse that output to your element. Have you understood now, Karthik? When I'm explaining, please listen and see that. Next, please. Questions now. Go ahead with all questions. I will answer. But as I told you, you frame a question and ask. Yes. No hurry for these things. This is not that complicated, but take your time. Yes. I'm sorry. Yeah, please ask me like that. Yeah, this is what I am doing inside this. I will anyhow discuss. Okay, yeah, that's it. I think now it's all visible. Full code. Two questions. One is, in case of multiple elements, see, when I write multiple elements, like element, this HL grow will work separate. Okay, for each HL also. Multiple controls what? HL group happen. See, I am writing now. This is T1. This is T2. So HL grow will work also grow. Value. So value property, how is for multiple? Tell me. Multiple will work. Ajay, equal to, or what is that? Focus. Where is that course here? Curly braces, focus. Colon on focus is the syntax. On focus is a function. Focus is an event for the host control. The host control. That is the syntax. That is how you should write. Okay, so please remember, if you write multiple directives for your single element, you know, these all are asynchronous actually. So you must not have similar kind of effect or similar kind of interpretation when you are writing multiple directives, please. You are writing multiple directives. So, but each directive will work asynchronously, please. They will work in an asynchronous manner. So you can make sure that your directive effect will be there in your output, definitely. But you should never mix, please. You know, something like what should I say? The same effect should not be performed on multiple fields. Okay. And to explain more on that, if you want to specify, sometimes what happens, one element will be dependent on other element. So what you can do, you know, you have a property called priority. Yeah, Kartikeya. There is one property called priority. I don't remember the syntax, but when there are multiple directives defined on one tag, you have to specify the order in which the directives are applied. So priority can be used. Priority 0, priority 1, priority 2. You can write, please. Okay? So priorities, directives with greater priority are compiled first and the lower. Okay, understood, Kartikeya? First of all, your first question or not? So priority property can be used. You really see that there is a collision. Next, any other properties are there to the host? Maybe you have to go through them. See, any other means I cannot tell there are no properties. It's very vast. So many properties might be there. Next, who is that audio is still running?
Muted.
That's okay. Good. I think I answered all. Right? So let me just delete the old chat. What you want? All properties available. Yes, Kartikeya, for you I have given this. That is the place where you will find. Next, if we want to do on focus function, many action. See, this is your place. Whatever you want, you can write. Again, silly question that is. Next, yeah, I gave you link, right?
आप जाके देखे आना।
Now, when I say, okay, what is the next question I have? Native element means what? See, EL is an element, okay? When I say EL dot native element, okay, that means your element base element, please. When I write in this case EL dot native element, it refers to my current element. It refers to want to go to have get element by class name, like that some properties are in my demo. Directly I am referring that if you have children and all, no, then you probably write some other properties. Native element code how we are going to apply. Once I am done with this, I am going to our add trip component, because in our demo, add trip component is the place where I have the entries. Am I correct, all of you? Where I have the entries. Now what I am going to do, all of you, let us do that. I created all over now. Remember this. Even you don't remember, I cannot do it now. Okay. Add trip is our adding the record form. Adding the trip record. Now I will go and add this directive. Please see that line. I wrote add import HL grow directive dot slash directives HL grow dot directive. So then I have nothing to do here. I'm going to HTML now. This is my HTML, and now I added HL grow for a checkbox. I added HL grow for a text box. Then I added HL grow for another text. Focus that I am doing, you notice this dot, renderer dot, renderer dot, okay, you animate, segment. I am using set element style. You can set a property, you can set a class, you can set an attribute. Listening all of you, so many properties are there. Right now I am setting an element background color, EL dot native element width 200 pixels. And once user is out, on focus, on out of that control, on blur, I am setting it back to white and 150 pixels. Can we combine on focus and on blur? What do you mean by combine? Two different methods. I give same name, don't get confused. M1 and M2. All that. You didn't understand, Karthik. Here you have to write that statement. Here. These are, okay, I think I made a mistake of writing good names. Like this I should have written. Then you would have not asked me that question. Right, you know, blur, comma, focus, like that, you cannot write. These are functions, on focus and on blur are, okay. So in host compulsory, you must map one event with one, okay. Right, then I'll save this, this line only I wrote here. Save this, then go to add trip survey and this, go to ng serve and enter. I write ng serve. Again, you should see that it is compiling that, and I would like to go Chrome here and type here HTTP localhost 4200 and get this result. I think the color of this, the color property maybe you have to check. I'll run here because in here it should run. Yeah, please see all of you. In which browser? Please take care and write. See background color like that. Will it work with element style or this is my now all of you. As soon as I put cursor in this, did you see that? Now I got this. Again go there. Come back. Do you see that size increases and and on in that background color. Maybe it's not good to use it for checkbox. Coming to create, I wrote for create also. See for create also. So create button size also increases and it understood the directive advantage now all of you. Is it really a huge? So you always create some excellent directives for your application and make sure your directives work as you expect to please. So many directives you can create, okay, and apply it to your life. Not in this session, but in some other session, I will try to give some exercises on directives that you can probably good example of directive and syntax. So please remember, post here whatever you write are events. That's all. As many mouse enter, mouse what you have. So these are all your events. Post is a property. There is no template URL, and directives is one of the favorite Angular interview questions, please. And you need to tell conceptually as well as syntactically how they are different. Did you notice all the code? Please come on ahead. I have copied all the code. What is my directive? That's all I have for today. So this is my how I created. I think there is view command. Start this. Grow. Then I wrote all this code. I wrote all this code. Now write better music if you want. After writing, I will add survey HTML. Started doing that wherever I want. Wherever I want. Now I am removing for my checkbox only text box this actually. So if you go here, it's okay. Okay, maybe it's here events. See now what combinations you would make, how would you write, that's up to you, but you can just build like this. So first practice my directive which I have shown, then play with directives whatever you want. Please remember for all of you, Angular.io is the one which I asked you to refer for any of more syntaxes or more options. Still I gave you, that is the place for Angular 2 and 4 that you have to go through. So please do this. When you come back, we will little talk more about directives and then show that. So many times I am showing you on what you will do. App.component.html. What is app.component.html? I opened. Okay? Alright then. That's all for today, all of you. Let's meet tomorrow.
इतना जल्दी खत्म कर दिया क्लास, इडियट बक्स।